Today I'm going to be making some really yummy biscotti. And here are the ingredients that we need. 1 cup of almonds, 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, 2 eggs, a half a teaspoon of almond extract, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/3 of a cup of melted butter, and I'm using salted butter in this recipe. So those are the ingredients, so let's get started. So for our first step, I'm going to grab all of my flour and I'm going to get this into a large bowl. And I am sifting, you don't have to sift, but I am today. And then I'll get in all of the baking powder. And we'll get that into a large bowl. Okay, there we go. And then all of my almonds right in there. Just going to grab a spoon and I just want to mix all of this together. So that's step number 1. Now we're going to move on to step number 2 and we're going to use a smaller bowl. So to my smaller bowl I'm going to add in the granulated sugar, my lovely butter, and I'm just using a little spatula here to get every bit of my butter out. That's good. Then I'll grab my mixer and we're going to mix this up. To that we're going to add our eggs. So there's egg number 1, egg number 2, and then all of our vanilla. And then we'll add in our almond extract. And this recipe only requires a half a teaspoon. Just like that. And one last time, we're just going to mix this together. Okay, that's good. And now we're going to mix our wet into our dry. Now I'm just going to simply take all of our wet and get that right into the dry. Oh, that smells really good. There we go. And then one last time, we're going to grab our mixer and I'm going to start mixing this together. I'm just on speed number 1. I don't want to have a dust cloud with all my flour flying all over the place. And I just want to mix this until combined. Okay, that's perfect, just like that, and on to our next step. So I'm going to get down a little bit of flour, just like that. And we'll get all of our dough onto our work area. This is a really lovely dough. I can really smell that almond extract in there. Oh, that smells really nice. And then at this point, what I'm going to do, I just want to break this into 2 equal discs, or 2 equal sizes here. Just eyeball it, and that looks good. A little bit more flour, and then I'm going to roll this out to about 12 inches. So we're going to do that with each one. Okay. And that's good for that one there. And then we're going to transfer them to our baking sheet. And then just make sure they've got a nice shape before they go into the oven. And these are called biscotti because we're going to twice bake these. So right now we're going to bake them the first time, we're going to bring them out, we're going to cut them, and then we're going to bake them a second time. So my oven is set to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and we're ready to pop these in, but just before I do, I just have taken an egg white and I just want to cover the top of the logs here with egg white. And this is optional. That's why I didn't put it in at the beginning of the video for the actual ingredients. So you can decide to do this or not. It's up to you. And whatever's left over, you can just add your yolk back in and make yourself a little omelet. The chef always needs a treat. And that's good, just like that. So now we are ready to pop these in the oven. I'm gonna bake them for about 20 minutes. I'll do that and then I'll be back. Alright, so I'm back and my biscotti baked for a total of 25 minutes. At 20 minutes, they didn't look exactly as brown as I wanted them to be, so I left them in for an extra 5 minutes. So a total time for my first bake, 25 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer them to a cutting board and we're going to cut them on the diagonal and we're going to get them ready for their second bake. One important note before I forget, when you bring your biscotti out of the oven the first time, you want to let them sit on your tray for a good 5 minutes before you cut them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start cutting these on a slant. And you want to make them about 3/4 of an inch thick. You can see the beautiful almonds in the middle, really, really nice. So just keep cutting them, just like I am. And you want to do this with both of the logs until you cut all of them up into nice wedges. So I'll continue doing these and I'll be back in a minute. So you want to get all of these nicely placed on your tray because we are going to be baking these once again for about 20 to 25 minutes. At the same oven temperature. Alright, I have cut all of those up and I'm just going to turn this around so you can see all of our beautiful cookies ready for the oven once more. So at this point, they are going back in the oven for our second bake for about 20 to 25 minutes. Don't overdo them, keep an eye on them. When they start looking nice and golden brown, then you can bring them out. So I'm going to pop these into the oven and I'll see you in a little while. Alright, I'm back. Let me just get these on camera. There we go. There's my beautiful biscotti. And so now they've been baked for the second time. And the second time I baked them also for 25 minutes. And they look really, really good. I wish you could smell these. Really, really nice. Now they're very hot right now, so I'm just going to let them cool down. But I'm going to end the video here. When these cool down and when you break into them, they should be rather firm. You're going to get a nice crisp crack. Oh, really, really nice. They smell so good. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you wish. I really do appreciate that. So that's it for today, and I'll see you next time.